Good morning, everybody. It's Victoria with La Vida Victoria. It's been a really long time. I'm sorry I haven't kept you updated. So that's basically what this video is going to be. Not exactly a day in the life, not exactly weekly, just kind of what's been going on and what I'm up to. So today, trying to get more involved in the community and the events and the stuff for the children, which I will talk about in more detail later on. But right now I am checking out the library and excited to do story time. They have two separate story times that are appropriate for us. So one for babies, which is today, and then another one for toddlers, which will be on Thursday. So I'm going to try both out. Right now we're here for the babies ones, and apparently you can bring your toddlers, and there's older children that also are there. And then while I'm there, I'll pick up a library card, and then hopefully I can start doing some reading at night instead of watching my TV when Dean goes down and I'm laying in bed with Edward, because I'm watching way too much TV. So I'm excited to get my card and check this out. So I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so we are back home and story time was super fun. It was super cute. The space is much larger than our old library, and our old library, I was really pleased with the story time, and this was even better. There was lots of songs and stories and props, and then at the end a big bubble machine came out and he just looked like he was in Wonderland. And of course Eddie behaved the whole time and was entranced, so that's great. So a really big thing that happened since I last filmed was another failed potty training attempt. So let me rewind and tell you about the first time. Was at about 18 months I tried to potty train Dean, and he just was not ready. He would pee right on himself and he didn't care. I was trying to do the 3-day method, or the oh crap potty training method, and it wasn't connecting. So I had tried really hard at 18 months to make that happen, because I had a newborn on the way and I didn't want to have two in diapers. But if the child is not ready, they're not ready. And the number one tip that I have for people potty training, even though I have not successfully done it yet, but everybody says, and you should not ignore, number one is wait until the child is ready. Because the second time that I tried, he's 2 years and 4 months now, he also, the wheels were not turning. So for 10 days, I had him getting on his little mini potty, and he would successfully pee in there maybe once or twice a day, but the rest of the day was me just cleaning up accidents. So when he would soil himself, he would go, oh no, and felt really bad. So that connection was there that was missing last time. He didn't like doing that. However, there was no hustle and there was no rush to go to the potty on his own. He just released whenever he wanted, wherever he wanted, and then he would say, oh no. So without him doing that on his own, after 10 days, I didn't feel that it was feasible to continue just like cleaning up accidents all day long for, who knows, months, until it really clicks. So they say, you know, it doesn't hurt to try, and I'm glad that I tried, and I saw that, you know, we progressed in some areas, but he just still wasn't ready. He's never told me he's peed or pooed in his diaper, which is a sign of readiness that I ignored. And just because you want them to go and you try really hard doesn't mean it's going to happen. And it's completely normal from my research for children to take up until, 3 years old. So, I mean, I was hoping he'd be advanced, but he's not in the area of potty training. So we will try again in a couple months. Hopefully he'll just start telling me that he's going to the bathroom, and then that's the huge sign that I need to hear. So that was a big bummer. So I put the potty that was in the middle of the house away, and then I left one in his bathroom just in case to see if he ever wanted to try it again. That's that on the potty training front. We also got a beautiful large sandbox in hopes that one day both the children will be able to play in it together. So that's why we got an extra big one. And it's cedar on the outsides. And we filled it with 800 pounds of play sand. So we had got that for his birthday, which was in June, but we kind of had a feeling that we might be moving, so we never set it up. Plus our property had a bunch of ants, so I didn't really know how I was gonna combat that problem. Anyways, we have the perfect place to set it up. It's right on the pool deck, on the cement. There's not any ants around. And that will take like an hour out of our day now. So that's another fun sensory experience that he can have. And he's very liquid in the sand, but he's getting better. And we have some sand trucks and the shovels. And so he's just, he likes to scoop and put things in the bucket. So that's been a lot of fun. I highly recommend a sandbox. And yeah, one day you'll play in it with your brother. But for now, we just watch him. And I have my little beach chair set up right next to him. And then, you know, I'll play a little bit and then I just let him go. And it's kind of one of the most relaxing parts of my day now with both the children. So that's been great. So another way that I've been trying to incorporate into the community, 2 things that I've been able to do. I joined a mom's club that I found through Facebook, and they have so many events, and I'm really super excited about that because you pick and choose which ones you want to do. So the first one, we just met at a park, and tons of children. There must have been like 30 kids running around. Different ages, and so the place was fenced in, so I kind of just let him go, do his thing, run around, interact with the other children, which is so good for him. I'm so excited that he can be around this many children here, because we did not have that before. And then I was sitting on a little mat in the grass with all the babies, and so a nice safe space for the babies. So this week we already went to a pumpkin patch story time, which was super cute, although he did not care about the little teenagers reading books because there were so many fun pumpkins to look at. So he was running around, and his actual he had the most fun watching a date, I think, between 2 teenagers. A high school had put this patch together, and it was really well done, but they were playing cornhole. He goes up and just watches them, and the little beanbag toss looks like a spider, and so as they throw it, he thought that was the most hilarious thing, and he just started screeching and laughing, and that's where he had the most fun. But it's weird because in these social scenarios, I'm like chopped liver now, and he just runs off and wants to, you know, see the other people. So he clearly needs some social interaction, and I'm glad we're getting it. So yeah, pumpkin patch was super fun. We bought a big pumpkin that we'll carve our first jack-o'-lantern together, and then I got him 2 little tiny mini pumpkins because he just couldn't let go of them. Yeah, and then let's see, the rest of the week I have a baby play date with coffee and snacks, and then a fire station tour, which should be super fun, and he'll really love that. I don't know if you hear my baby. Okay, here's Mr. Eddie Bear. He was fussing. He turned 4 months yesterday, so big milestone there. I think he's teething because he's drooling nonstop. He has to eat his hand. That's more fun than the pacifier. So the second way that I've really been meeting people around here is through the local playground here at in our community. It's a nice walk. I'd say it takes, you know, maybe 10 minutes to walk there. When I love walking outside here. It's so pretty. And I've met all kinds of children, all ages, and their mothers. So no besties yet. I'm still on the lookout for my besties. And I guess the last bit of news that I have is that I'm trying to work out again. I just started. I've only done a handful of times with my husband, like weightlifting, using his big weights in the gym. However, I'm not at big weightlifting time. I'm basically using the bar and, you know, little 5 or 10 weights on the bar, because the bars are, you know, 45, 35, depending on what kind of bar it is. But I feel good for at least trying, and then trying to do a couple little Pilates videos. Because if you're a mom, you know, I think it's like 60% or something over half of women after pregnancy, they had diastasis recti, where the abdominal muscles have separated. So you have to really do exercises and work on your core, the deeper part of your core, and bring it together. And if you don't, they never come back, and you have a mom pooch. And I definitely have a mom pooch. So I'm trying to focus on my breathing and core sitting in while doing these exercises as well. So, but that, you know, it feels good to start working out. And the biggest barrier is just having these 2 kids and trying to squeeze it into the schedule. So my husband works out really late, usually after Dean goes to bed, or, you know, just before. Like he's a late evening guy. He works pretty long hours now. And so he always does it in the evening. So he can be in the stroller, the bouncer in the garage while we work out, and then Dean can run around, or he can be sleeping in the bed. So it's working out so far, but if he starts fussing, which he does a lot, we'll kind of take turns, you know, pacifying him and playing with him in between sets. So that was working. And we've also been enjoying the pool several times, but it is getting a lot colder now, so I'm not sure how many more times we're going to be able to go in, you know, until it turns winter here. Even though it's still warm, the water is getting cold. So yeah, and then we have a big weekend coming up, because we have a friend coming in to visit us, and another friend of Kyle's, just for the weekend, and they're gonna do some man things. So anyways, we'll be entertaining for a bit, and maybe extra babysitters. So maybe next time you'll see me, I'll have my hair cut, hopefully so. We need to get Dean's haircut and my haircut. But I think you're fine for a little while, Eddie. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see, but his eyes are so blue. Oh yeah. So I have people in my family that have blue eyes, but of course it didn't pass to me. And then Kyle has some green eyes in his family. But it's still surprising that he has blue eyes. I hope he keeps them. I guess by this point with Dean, he was born with blue eyes, and they had already changed by 4 months. So yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed. So I thought I'd go ahead and close this video out because my battery died as usual on my last take when I was trying to tell you all. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, it really makes a big difference for my channel because I'm super new. I'm still trying to sort myself out here, figure out which direction I'm going and all that. So please comment, let me know what you guys want to see, and I can make better videos for you guys that way. Like, subscribe, please subscribe, and I really, really appreciate it. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.